at the top and you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Right to the air. Here's Stafford. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He's going to let it go again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Slide, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had a good drive going their first time out, ended with the interception. The good news is they get kind of a mulligan because we're still at 0-0.
They certainly do. And you notice he spent a lot of time on the phone. I know he wasn't talking to mom and dad on that one. He's talking to the eyes upstairs, talking to the coaching staff. Guaranteed. What did you say? What was I doing? How do we make sure that doesn't happen again in this ball game?
To try again after the sack. Stafford, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw and they hooked up there for a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Stafford looks to throw again. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Third and long. It's Stafford. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allowed a conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Here's Stafford. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. To throw again on second down. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
From the 35 on second down, Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On third down, here's Walker. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak? That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 63 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now it's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Jets at 9-5 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
14. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. Now it's Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Stafford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile. Stafford going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Walker now on first and 10. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And Walker once more. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jets. Anthony Schwartz, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, those big defensive lineman. Can he get the ball over? You get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over?
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Again, it's Stafford. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Stafford on first down. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. To throw again on second down. Stafford. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Play action. Stafford. He finds Watson, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Christian Watson, as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Play action. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, Might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Eluding the pressure right. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Stafford here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Down at the 25. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Wilson. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but a starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for New York. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Jaguars 27. Jets 9.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save his money.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Jags grab it. And some room to roam now. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
This pass finds its way to Williams. Touchdown! Mike Williams, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gold with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The Jets on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Wilson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving. Now,
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Jaguars look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown Jets. Anthony Schwartz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, he'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And now here's another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they work this out past the 25. From the gun, it's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 31, Wilson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Stafford going to throw it. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.